Justice League 2 was going cosmic as they take the fight to Apocalypse and New Genesis.
What was the third movie?
The third movie was 2 ends poorly, like Empire Strikes Back or Infinity War. So they go to space and get fucking defeated, and Darkseid goes to Earth and levels it. So the vision that Batman had in Batman v Superman, like, you know, of the fucking scorched earth, which one was that? Was it BVS or?
Yeah.
Yes, where he saw the fucking scorched earth and
Parademons and all that shit.
that was going to be the entire third movie. The hero's last stand against Darkseid and the forces of Apocalypse. Holy fuck.
I want to make this perfectly clear. We are facing an existential threat to the planet. We can't wait for Darkseid to make the first move. That could mean the end of us. We have to attack. With our combined force, we can do it. Then I'll do what needs to be done. If Darkseid created a monster that nearly killed me, what chance would humanity have? Our only option is to destroy him.
The main thing will attack through this entryway in Apocalypse.
You're right about him!
And all of that would be eventually explained, of course. I mean, is that a surprise? You know, that we would end up in a distant future where Darkseid has taken over Earth and where Superman has succumbed to the anti-life, and where he and now with his ragtag band, and there was a few members of the Justice League that had survived to that world, and that they were fighting to try and you know, so Batman's with the broken half of Cyborg, because you know it's only half of it because of whatever happened. They were working on equation to jump flashback to tell Bruce. You know, obviously, you guys aren't surprised because you know this is what you. I've read it.
Now that you know this, don't tell me.
I'm just. Nice. Anyway, so those were the things that we were dealing with, and not to say that the studio still, you know, they were still into sort of the big look, but the details of how and why everyone was mad at each other, or what, that was the stuff where they were a little bit like, because, you know, Lois, you know, and it's in the little teaser where the Justice League teaser that wasn't in the movie apparently, where I guess where Wonder Woman says it's this line where Bruce says, "I was right here, and Barry Allen came to me, and he said Lois Lane is the key, right?" And then she goes, "He is the Superman. Every heart has one." And he goes, "I think it's something more, something darker," right? And what it means is that the thing that was darker was that, you know, it was all about if Lois died, Superman would succumb to the anti-life, of course, right? And if Superman knew that somehow it was Bruce's responsibility to protect Lois, he would have been mad at him in this movie, right? Like, so that's why he says, "She was my world, and you took her from me." He said, that's kind of, that was sort of and then of course he has to jump back. And the other thing that we were working on was this idea that Cyborg said to Bruce in the distant future, like, there's two windows. We had come up with this time traveling concept where basically the way the time traveling window worked is that it's not awesome physics and doesn't make any sense, but that you had to jump, you had to do a time jump when the Earth was in relatively the same spot, right? Because if you did a time jump and the Earth wasn't like in the same position in space, you would jump into space and just be like dead. And so, okay, so there's always like, so they had two windows, right, to do the jump. And Cyborg says, like, what which of these 2 windows do you think we should use? And Bruce was like, well, what window would you have put me through if you didn't ask? And he's like, this one. And then he's like, use the other one. Because that one you already did, and it was the wrong one. Barry Allen was in my freaking Batcave yelling at me about like nonsense. You need to put him through that other one, because that's the one that will, because he had to jump right before Darkseid boom tubes into the Batcave to murder Lois, so you have to like... Anyway, so that was the window that he had to like... Anyway.
All right, so I'm just gonna say that right there, easily worth another 100.
It's in the future.
There you go.
The damage was done. We lost 31% of the Earth's molten core. The planet's rotation is compromised. My best estimate is another 1 billion deaths before we can get anything under control.
We can save the planet.
You know what you have to do, mate.
Another flashpoint.